Everyone, and welcome to the 8th part tutorial of how to model um, basketball court arena. And basically we are on the second part of the chair that we're supposed to mount to our tribune. So with that said, let's continue. um, I'm gonna create a new polygon pipe, okay, and this polygon pipe should be with 6 divisions. So what I will do, I will simply focus on it first, and then uh, open the attribute editor, and there I will be able to change this into 6 divisions. I will switch to rotation tool, hold on the J, and rotate it on this direction, and simply bring this into position at this part. Now pay attention that the this yellow arrow, basically this is the pivot of this cylinder or pipe. So what you can do is basically bring it over here, go over shading, wireframe on shaded, tick this so you can see this pivot, this vertex here. So with that done, you can simply hold down the grab this, the cylindrical pipe, hold down the V key, and snap this to this point, this vertex. So that way it will ensure that this polygon pipe right now is correctly on the center, and all you have to do is just bring it here, squeeze it a little bit so it will fit this open area here, and uniformly let's just um, do this that way. Now I will press 3 just to see the what happened when it's on smooth preview mode. And now you can see that while it's on smooth preview mode, it's a little bit tinier than the rest. So I want to make sure that I do make it uh, somewhat as it should, like so. Okay. Now you know what? I will add one edge loop. Uh, let's no press F8. Shift right click, insert edge loop. I will add edge loop here and edge loop there, and I will delete them in a second. I just want to make sure that this is the correct size that it should be. Maybe I will simply press, you know what, maybe simply press 1 and take a look in this. So yeah, it's a little bit bigger. So I will undo that 2 edge loops because I don't want to add them just now, but later on. So I'll squeeze this and make sure that, yeah. So with this one almost assembled, what I will do is I want to Control D to duplicate this, okay, and bring the other copy over here. Okay, great. Now I'm gonna right click, choose face, grab this face. Okay, sorry for a second. I'm gonna grab both of them, go over mesh combine, so combine them. Now we will be able to grab both of them easily and extrude them that way, just a little bit that way. Now I'm gonna scale this, basically more of like squishing this that way, and use the move tool to do something like so. Hold on, extrude it once more, switch to move tool, bring it over there and bring it a little bit up like so. Now you can use the rotation tool and start and make sure that the flow of this harms or whatever are going as they should. So I'm extruding it one more time, adding a little bit of twist that way. Yeah, maybe like so. And now I will, let me see, I will, okay, I'll press F8 to bring it back to object mode. I'm gonna right click, choose face. I wanna grab this face here and this face here, and I already introduced you to the to this feature, the bridge, right? Now I want you to know that whenever you deal with two faces and you want to bridge them, it will bridge them and will eliminate the faces in between. That means that it will give you a empty hole in between them. So there's no worry. You don't need to delete the faces and deal with them as edges. Okay, so I will give a demonstration for what I'm talking about. Let's say we are bridging this. So bridge, bridge, bridge. Okay, so it's bridged. Okay, now the assumption is that you may have face ear, exactly ear in the between, but Maya does know what it does, and that way it's just eliminate that face. But right now, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so there is no extra faces, everything is fine. I almost thought that I'm just making up things or something. I don't know. So let's grab this and that one and this one. I'm gonna extrude them a little bit up, like so. And you know what? Wait 1 second. So I'm extruding this up, making sure that this is somewhat enough space for a back of a human. Maybe it's even too much, I don't know. But then I'll grab those vertices and squeeze them a little bit that way. Okay, so let's press F8. Grab this edge, command right click, add during utilities to add during and split. Vertices, gonna grab those vertices and do something like so. I think I will go and add during utilities to this edge also, so I have some more geometry to work with. So let's say this will be, I'm gonna push this backwards that way. Okay, now maybe it's not like the perfect seat, I know, but I'm not expecting too much of while I'm trying to lower um, the poly count. So it's really up to you. If it doesn't fit you, I don't know, do something else. Try and do something else. Though I think that the overall it's fine. So yeah, maybe I will grab this two and bring them up. That way we will have somewhat nice seat. Let's try and do some little tweaks like so, or I don't know. Okay, let's grab this and press G. Grab this and press G. I'm potentially adding a little bit too more geometry because it just look bad and I don't like this that much. Maybe it doesn't have to look that fat, I mean, on the side, so yeah, I'm gonna push this backwards that way. And okay, let's not hang too much with that. The only thing I do care about is that you may want to bring those a little bit, push them that way. So this will definitely add a little bit more character to it. Maybe these vertices a little bit backwards. Okay, I'm gonna press 3 to see how it looks and have a look on this. Okay, so it's very thin as you see, and it looks like a shell. Though I'm gonna exit the smooth preview mode, and I'm gonna add a few edge loops here to maintain a little bit some of the thickness of this, and also make sure that it's, you know, it's not that fragile. I think it's over fragile. So these two here, this one here. Oh, okay, I will undo that. Okay, don't do this. Don't do this yet. I forgot something. I have some weird shadows going on there. Maybe the viewport 2 came into play, so sorry. I'm gonna grab these and maybe I will grab this and that one and extrude them directly as they are, that way. Okay. And these two here, I want to extrude them downwards. So switch, extrude and switch immediately to that, and that's all good. So in this particular case, what you want to do is right click, choose vertices, grab those vertices, bring them up there. Now I didn't want to add those edge loops here because I want to do this only after I'm done with those two parts. So then when I adding the edge loop, it will add the edge loop crossing all of those little things here, those two and the rest. So making sure these two are sharp and those two are sharped like this is what I'm trying to achieve here. Well, I'm sorry about all the shouts and everything. It's this time where little children getting forced to go to sleep, and no, I'm just kidding. My neighbors and their children. I don't know what's going on there. So press F8 and yeah, I think no, I don't think. Yeah, I think it's now good to add those edge loops. So let's insert those edge loops as I was intending. So now you can see they are crossing those two things that I was just extruding, and this was what I meant. I will do the same here for these, and now I need to make sure that this part here is maintained also a little bit sharp, so I'm adding this one and one at the top. No, maybe I will first, yeah, I will add one more here. Okay, press F8 to bring it back to object mode. Let's press 3 to see how it looks. Okay, so you see. Now the problem here is that we need to add a few edge loops here. So one to exit the smooth preview. I'm gonna add 2 edge loops. Yeah, before, yeah, you know what? That's not bad. Let's add 1 edge loop here, 1 edge loop here. This will maintain those. This area is 90 degrees, and also here and here. Press F8 and let's smooth preview this again. So that's almost good, but we need to making this area sharper. I'm gonna insert edge loop. I'm gonna insert edge loop that way, you see? This will maintain this area sharp. And I'm gonna do the same over there and also for the two other parts. Okay, so one here and one there and one here. We already I think that for the overall it's a little bit more than 870, so just making sure. Yeah, it's 170 poly counts for this chair. Okay, and yeah, maybe that's okay. I'm not sure. Let's grab those two, and yeah, let's grab those two. Let's grab those two, same time. Gonna zoom in, and I have this little one here, which need to be also selected. Maybe there also. Yeah, now it's selected. And I'm gonna click extrude. Sorry. Okay, sorry about what. I mean, like, never mind. So I'm gonna extrude this. And right now I'm pulling this really inside that way. And what I'm trying to achieve here is that these parts, I mean, I'm not intending, you see this area here is overlapping. I don't want to overlap this. I'm gonna go with X-ray to see better what's going on here, and I'm gonna make sure that this part, those vertices are like, let's say, I'm gonna right click choose vertices and I'm gonna grab them here, those inside, and I'm gonna manually pull them down there. I don't want them to peek outside, I want them to stay inside, though I really need to be very gentle with this. And those back inside. Now those as well, without grabbing anything that are unnecessary. Bring those down here. Okay, so I will turn off the X-ray just so you can see what I've done here. Okay, this is what I've done. I made this nice hole here that screws can be mounted there. So that's all good. I'm not sure that you must do it. I think like it's really unnecessary. Most of the people won't be able to see what's going on there, and if you are that fanatic about it, then suit yourself. Just do this. I'm gonna grab those. First of all, I will apply the X-ray because this time it's very weird situation I ran into, so I need to make sure this is doing. I'm doing it as it should. So here, bring those over here, maybe backwards, and those all the way down, making sure they are aligned with the others. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the X-ray so I can see what's up with that. So that looks fairly nice. And yeah, please excuse me about the other ones. I ain't gonna do them. I think this is waste of time and also waste of resources. So just let's keep it as it is. I may do one, by the way, to add two more edge loops on each of them. So one here to maintain this, one here to maintain this, And let's press 3 to see how it looks. Fair enough, but not really what I've intended. So I'm gonna add 2 more here, 2 more here, 2 more here, and let's do the same over the other one. So 2 from the inside here and there. Make sure they are not attached, otherwise it's like you didn't even create them. And these 2 here and these 2. Okay, press 3 just to like have a look on this. Yeah, and that's fine. Press F8 to bring it back to object mode. And the only thing that I'm concerned about right now is how to make sure that this folds somewhat as it should. Sorry, it's wireframes. I need to make sure that this part, the pivot here, is set correctly, at least for you, so you know how to do it. So what you need to do is switch to Move tool. Now you can see that the pivot is here, and we need the pivot to be exactly here, this vertex point here, but here in the middle. So hold down the D key, okay, it will switch to pivot adjustment tool. At the same time, hold down the V key and push this. Just grab it with your middle mouse key, okay, hold down the key, okay, again, just hold D and V pressed down with your middle mouse button, click and hold on this circle, okay, and drag it over your vertex and then release. Now we will rotate it that way, hold down the D key and the V key again and drag it, push this arrow, okay, to the middle of the center of this pipe. Now it's all set and we can hold down the J and rotate this and see how it folds. So I think this is perfectly done. If it's, I mean, like this is really was like by luck, but if it doesn't go the same for you, try to work on this. Okay, now I will just bring it down, back, open my outliner, and there are a lot of transformation nodes. You see, I'm opening this one and this is transformation, and this is what it means. When you see purple wireframes like this one, that means that there is some history added to this part, okay? And also, I mean, history that may affect, I mean, if you delete this history, it can affect and simply make this object disappear. You can't just delete it like this. We'll show you. So you see what happened? This is very weird. So I'm gonna undo that. And what you wanna do is basically grab everything, go over edit, delete by type, history, and then you won't have those groups, only polygon objects. Let me check something. You see, I'm selecting something from the outliner, this object, but it's unseen. Basically, this is the same layer that I've put this thing in there. So I don't need this. I just need the seat. I'm gonna delete this thing. I don't need this layer as well, but I will first save this file, save scene as it is, grab all the 3, edit, copy, file, open scene, move to toot number 7, as I recall. Okay. Okay. And now I will hide everything. No, I don't want to hide anything. I will simply focus on my grid. Now the thing is about the grid and the view cube. You have this view cube here, which you right now don't see it. When you are set your render here, set to viewport 2, this view cube is disappearing. You need to make sure that it's either on legacy default viewport or the legacy high quality viewport. this will bring this view cube, and you can simply click on home and it will reset your view to look on the grid. Okay, now I will go over edit, past. This will make sure that the copy that I just done will pass this seat over here, and if I will open the outliner, you will be able to see that this seat is in a group, okay, because it's been imported into this scene. So it's easier to manage this file, this model, and just grab this model and let's go like modify center pivot. If we can, it's already centered, and I'm gonna push this through there. This is very tiny piece in this puzzle, and wait 1 second. Again, interruption, things I can't control, and a little bit pissed me off. Something here. Anyway, let's continue. So we want to mount this thing here. I don't know, like so. And let's press F to focus on it. So it looks like very big, I think, in some way. I mean, like a huge butt is going to sit on top of this chair. Very huge butt. Yeah. So let's move this to some. Let's first go over shading, wireframe unshaded, so we can see some wireframes, and according to them, get a better sense of how this should look. Now, also, I did create those passages, but I didn't bevel those stairs over there. But that's fine. You can do this, right? You already know how to create those stairs. All I want to do is just simply grab this thing here, Control D. Okay, it's very close to the this stairs, so from here, Control D to duplicate it once, move it a little bit over here, and when you're satisfied with the space in between them, like so, I mean, you can simply play with it a little bit more, and when you satisfy, hold on the shift and press repeatedly on D. Okay, this will copy, follow the same direction that you just copied the first copy. Okay, so we can redo this. Now don't do like 100 press buttons in a row, because I need time a little bit to calculate this, and it can make the scene crash. So I'm fairly satisfied that it came exactly there. Okay, sometimes it's really, well, it's not that good though, but that's fine, I think. Yeah, should be fine, I think. And exactly, well, not that exactly, but somewhat exactly. We can grab this one, the first one. Okay, this is the first one, and you can already see that my scene is starting to lag. Now, I really can't do this all at once. I can't load this thing all the way, but I'm gonna add those into one layer, and let's call those chairs 1. Save. Okay. If I'm hiding them and they are hidden, that's okay. I'm gonna duplicate those. Control D. Okay. And now Maya thinks. Now, if Maya will crash, I don't care. I just care that you know what you should do on the theory. So it didn't crash yet, but I'm not giving that much hope that it will be able to get through this, so I'll try to be more gentle with this. Even though I'm trying to use viewport 2, and it will take time to Maya to calculate this first, it's still a little bit hard on Maya, so on my computer, not Maya. Maya is not default here. So let's bring this into position. Like so. Okay. And let's zoom in. I really want to see how it, yeah, that's cool. That's fair enough. So those are also part of this layer right now because I copied them while they were on part of this layer. So I'm gonna right click and choose remove selected object and create new layer from those objects. So now I can rename this as chairs.2. Okay, and save. So now I will save this save scene as, and I'm gonna call this toot9, oops, 09, and save as. Alright, press no, don't press any F8. So this is example of how you can do this and simply grow this up and each section add a little bit twist. Now what's nice about this duplicate follow, this path that we have done, is that even if you grab one chair here, okay, but you need to make sure you grab the whole group. Let's see, what group is this one. Okay, let's say I'm duplicating this, and I will come to an area that I do have some angle, and I need to, whoa, that's easy to maneuver here. Okay, so I'm bringing this chair over here, okay, and I'm rotating it in that direction. Now I'm not sure that it's the same angle, but we will be manage to see this. Something about this doesn't fit world. I mean, I'm rotating those, but it seems like yeah, that's more what I've looked for. Object. Okay, so right now these are in angle. Okay, those stirs. So okay, one thing here is still yet not correct. It's like I still have some unneeded twist here. Okay, so this been set, and you can control D to duplicate this one, switch to move tool and move it over here right now. So if you now hold on the shift and do this D, it will continue this basically to the same path. Right now it didn't happen, though. Yeah, so now it's happening, and you can see that that's following the same angle, same direction and same angle that it should be, except for the last one that I do recommend you to do things a little bit differently. I mean, like, you don't need to have a chair here. You can be satisfied with only grabbing all those. I mean, like, deleting these, grabbing all these, and bring them into position just like so, and that should be enough. And then Control D, and move those over here. You can group them. You can group all of those, I think. So just go over mesh and where is it? Oh, just press G. No, where is it? General group. Okay. And modify center pivot. I really hope that this thing. Oh, a little bit problem here with that. I shouldn't have done this group like that because first of all I need to make sure that. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I think you understood this, and I said already that I am gonna fill this scene with all those chairs. It's just ridiculous. It will take tons of times. So simply do your best and fill this. And if it's too heavy on your scene, so settle with one row of. I mean, you can make one line filled with chairs, one line empty, one line filled, and so on. And you don't have to have all of those seats, chairs. You can sell as them as bench or something. So, yep, I think this is pretty much it for this part of the tutorial. I'm gonna save this. I already saved this, but yeah, I will save this as it is. So thank you again for watching, and we will continue at the next part where we will start hopefully building the hoops. So yeah, again, thank you for watching, and sorry for all the delays and everything, the lags that's going on here at this part. I thought that it will be easier this time, but it starts to show that it's heavy. So far, so good. Anyway, thank you again for watching. We'll meet you again at the next part. Bye. Have a nice day.